Hello Rockville, here's what you need to know about your city. This month we jam out for the start of school. We'll tell you about a Green Beret vet in our area who received a special gift from the Rockville City Police, and Choice Hotels International comes to town. All that and more in this edition of Rockville's 11. This is the September edition of Rockville's 11. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer. We'd like to start the show off by telling you about a brand new company that came to town recently. Choice Hotels International is now calling Rockville home.
1, 2, 3. All right.
It's the right place for us, and we should be in Montgomery County and in the state of Maryland, and we're happy that we're going to do that.
President and CEO of Choice Hotels, Steve Joyce, is pleased to now call Rockville home.
We're very excited to be staying in the county and in the state. That's what we wanted to do from the beginning. Everything sort of came together, and I think this day sort of represents what we were all hoping for.
Developer Folger Pratt will build, own, and manage the 130,000 square foot Class A office space located right on Rockville Pike.
It's a wonderful day for Rockville, for Folger Pratt, for the county, and for the state, as we've talked about. This Choice Hotels is a wonderful corporation that's going to come locate here and really enliven this whole area and give a lot of economic strength and benefit. And right now, in the difficult times everybody else is facing, this is an especially neat event. So we're excited about it.
Let me just join my colleagues in, first of all, commending Choice Hotels for making the decision to stay in Montgomery County and to stay in the state of Maryland. Choice Hotels, as many of you know, have 6,000 hotels around the United States and other parts of the world. They could have chosen to go anywhere. They decided to stay here.
And the question has been asked repeatedly in these tough economic times, why in such difficult times are we making such investments? Well, I would simply say that collectively, the state, the county, and the city, we simply made the right choice. And the choice is to have Choice International Hotel stay here in Montgomery County.
We spoke with many of the elected officials on hand at the groundbreaking event.
It's a big day for Rockville, big day for the county. It's been a long time coming, and to have Choice Hotels International set up their world headquarters here in the heart of Rockville, just great news for everyone.
And Councilmember Newton, how are you feeling?
Well, as Doug says, it's a wonderful day, and I think Doug was actually mayor when Folger first signed to come to Rockville, and what he's done to bring economic energy to the city is just incredible, and we're glad to see it going, and it's a beautiful day for us, and it's a great day for us, so congratulations to everybody.
Well, I'm very proud. I'm proud that our county is making the kinds of decisions to invest in our community. This doesn't happen by accident. We have to make difficult decisions about how to spend our money. And I hope our nation is watching, because this is what we need to do. We need to invest in our communities, and that's what we've done. And this is an organization that reinvests in our community, and that's what makes it such a win-win.
Can you tell me how important it was to work together with the city and the state to keep Choice Hotels here?
It was very important. I had conversations with Mayor Marcuccio throughout the process. She was a great advocate for this project. The county and the city and the state worked as a team to keep Choice in Montgomery County and to bring them to Rockville.
I think it's wonderful. What a nice day for the city. What a terrific day for the county and the state. Here we have a new installation that's going to make Rockville even more appealing.
The council came through, and of course the county council and Ike Leggett, our county executive. So we're able to put it together, and the state I didn't mention, we're able to put it together. It's a great project.
I'm feeling really great. It's a great day. It's a vote of confidence in Rockville. We got Choice Hotels International, some other things going on, so it's super.
We'll continue to follow the progress of the Choice Hotels International construction project. The expected move-in date is spring 2013. Double amputee Green Beret Mark Holbert gave his all on the battlefields of Afghanistan, and now the city of Rockville and Operation One Voice are giving back. We have that story for our number 10 slot.
The Rockville City Police were on hand to give Mark Holbert, a Green Beret wounded in battle in Afghanistan, a hand-crank bike. This bike was the same model he used to travel 200 miles from Gettysburg to D.C. in the American Odyssey Relay.
We just want to say thank you for everything you've done, and we're just proud to be part of presenting this to you.
Thank you. I
appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Rockville Police Chief Terry Treshik was honored to extend the token of the city's gratitude to Sergeant First Class Mark Holbert.
It's actually really wonderful to see the local community giving support to wounded soldiers and helping to adjust the wounded soldier back into to local, normal life again.
The City of Rockville participates in Operation One Voice, a program designed by police officers, firefighters, and community leaders to raise funds to support the immediate needs of children and families of wounded and fallen Special Operations Forces.
Those programs are actually very wonderful for the soldier. Just like I said, just getting back into the community, back into a normal lifestyle.
The presentation really hit home for Officers Corporal Salhammer and Sergeant Merritt, who, like Hulpert, are veterans themselves.
Dealing with all the stress over there, just hearing a simple thank you is more than gratifying to the people who have served over there.
I agree with Corporal Silhammer and everything she said. It's very important that our civilian counterparts, our families, our friends, our neighbors, accept us back into our communities.
With his new bike, Hulpert can compete in more races and ride with his daughter.
Maybe wounded, but this not going to stop us from our daily lives. I'm still pursuing the stuff that I love to do every day.
Mark plans to compete next in the Army 10-miler on October 9th. To find out more about Operation One Voice, go online to operationonevoice.org. For Rockville11, I'm Chris Pfeiffer.
It's the biggest block party of the year in the fight against crime. We were able to cover National Night Out with Rockville City Police for our number 9 story. McGruff the Crime Dog was the star of the show at Rockville's annual National Night Out event. It's a party that takes place across the city, one that Police Chief Terry Treshik looks forward to every year.
It's an event that's of great importance to the community because it gets the community out talking with one another. It gets police officers and elected officials out to talk with the community, to talk about the good and the bad, and what's going on, mostly the good.
Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio visited 7 different neighborhoods over the course of the night and stressed how the event is all about the kids in the community.
It's a terrific way for the children to get to know the other people in the neighborhood and the people to know the children because, they walk by their house maybe on the way to school or a bus stop, but they really don't know them. It's tremendous for bringing a community together.
Volunteer with Manna Food Center Diane Fuchs says National Night Out helps us appreciate what we have.
It's a great opportunity for people who are coming to have some good food here, to think about people who don't have good food in their homes, to bring some so that we can distribute it through Manna Food Center.
You have a great day.
The whole concept of it is that the streets and the neighborhoods and the parks belong to the community. They don't belong to the bad people. And by going out and having a national night out, we're all showing that this is our community, our streets, and this is the way we're going to live in a good, safe environment.
For more information on Rockville's police, visit rockvillemd.gov/police. The Lincoln Park Community Center was rocking at the 11th annual Back to School Jam, where over 450 students received backpacks filled with school supplies. Our student reporter, Michelle Davidson, was there to cover all the action.
Hi, I'm Michelle Davidson, and we're here at the Lincoln Park Community Center jamming with Rockville students as they prepare for the approaching school year.
The Back to School Jam is an idea that we came up with about 11 years ago, where we wanted to just kind of give back to the community and the kids in need. We basically teamed up with Rockville Housing Enterprises, Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and Linkages to Learning with the City of Rockville, Recreation and Parks Department. We all thought it would be a great idea to get backpacks and give back to the community by getting the kids ready for the upcoming school year. So each year, we just get together and think of a new and better way to give back to the kids and prepare them for the upcoming school year. As the City of Rockville, we just want to bridge that gap between the schools and the community and just, have parents be able to either come to the City of Rockville facilities to find out information or go to the schools and find out information about both the city and the schools. So we're really proud of that link and the fact that we're teaming up together as one big community to make sure we get everyone the information that they need.
It's a wonderful thing for the children in the City of Rockville. All over Montgomery County. It's always nice and a pleasure to give these children things to go back to school.
I think it's such a big help for us
because for some people who cannot afford to buy, maybe this event is very useful so they can get benefit from the city of Rockville.
Well, we're needed with a lot of stuff, so it's kind of good to have a place where you can get it free instead of having to buy at the store without having to buy supplies for the whole family. I have two sisters and one brother, and they're going to need some stuff too because they're going to go back to school too, and well, we can get everything here.
It's very necessary. It's great, and the more of this, the better.
We had the chance to drop in on a popular chair exercise class at Rockville Senior Center, and we found out why some seniors were sitting down on the job.
And you're smiling. That's better, Nancy.
Diane Wallenmeyer has been attending Rockville Senior Center chair exercise class for years.
It's essential for me to feel good. I have arthritis, and it just makes me feel wonderful. I come in thinking, oh, I can't do this, and by the end of the class, I feel great.
Participant Fern Fabus says the class keeps her feeling good.
Well, I'm just happy. I never thought I'd live to be 79 years old. I just thought, my goodness, all of a sudden I woke up and I looked in the mirror. I said, oh, Fern. But I'm 79 years old, and I thank God for it. And I mean, I will continue. And I mean, as long as I do this stuff, I'll be living longer.
Members of the class attribute their success to instructor Jackie Cristiano and her passion for keeping seniors fit.
I just love her, and she makes me laugh, and she's lots of fun.
She is as funny as anything. I mean, and she makes us laugh, and she's a good teacher too, and I like her very much.
Cristiano says lifting weights is just one of the many areas she focuses on.
They build their upper body, and I work on their legs too. I mean, I try to get them to do some strength. That's what the band around the legs were, and then the weights on the knees and behind the knees. So we're trying to make them strong from head to toe and keep their minds going.
24 years on the job, keeping seniors healthy, we asked Cristiano what keeps her going.
They're my inspiration. I have a 103-year-old lady that she hasn't been here for a few months, and you look at her and you say, I want to be like that. I want to be like Ruthie, who's 88 and can't see very well. She never stops. She's in three of my classes. They're wonderful.
For more information on the city's Rec and Parks Department, visit rockvillemd.gov/recreation. The Senior Center expansion project is moving along nicely, and we had the chance to check in with Senior Citizen Program Manager Terry Hilton to learn more.
It is going excellent. As you can see behind us, we're starting to get walls, and we're starting to see the structure of the building, and it will be complete in early fall.
And can you go over some of the new features that will be part of the expansion?
Yes, our fitness room is getting larger with mostly brand new equipment. We have a dance and aerobic room, which will be a wood floor room with mirrors and excellent with suspended floors, excellent for dance classes and aerobic classes. We're having a multi-purpose classroom, as well as a brand new fitness entrance, locker rooms, and offices.
And I understand some of the other part of the original structure of the Senior Center is going to get kind of a facelift.
It is. So we're going through a 10,000 square foot renovation, and 6,000 square foot of that is an addition, and 4,000 square feet is adding on to existing space.
How has it been going with the kind of the interruption of the construction with the normal operation of the Senior Center?
We are trying our best to do as many activities as we possibly can, and what you'll find is that we just have back-to-back activities in many rooms. And it really hasn't affected. Everybody's just so excited to see what's going on and the progress and what's going to happen in the next couple of months that I think everybody's really excited.
Anything else you'd like to add in terms of the Senior Center or anything else coming up for the fall?
Well, we have a lot of, we're still going forward with lots of new classes, so please check out the fall guide, because the Recreation and Parks classes for seniors this fall has lots of new next to them in our Recreation and Parks guide, so please take a look at that and look forward to the next couple months as we start to expand our hours and offer new early morning, late night programs, especially in the fitness area. So just stop by and see us and find out what's going on. As we get closer to our reopening date, we'll have a grand opening week of all types of demonstrations and tours and that type of thing. So.
Well, we'll continue to follow the progress, and thanks so much, Terry.
Great, thank you so much.
Another construction project we're following is the Rothgeb Maintenance Facility project. We had the chance to check in with Steve Mader for our number 6 story.
It's going pretty well. We had a little rough start in the beginning, but we are hopefully on track or getting close to be on track to being completed in June of next year.
And what's going on here exactly?
Well, we've got a couple things. This is actually phase 2 of a 3-phase project. The first phase was a salt dome and a new stormwater management pond. The second phase is building a new fleet services building, which is for Pat Stroud and motor vehicle maintenance. And then we are renovating their building and bringing over some of the folks that are over at the Civic Center over to here, some of our maintenance folks.
What will these new upgrades allow you to do?
As far as the fleet services building, there's the ceilings are higher, the space is larger. They will now be able to get every vehicle into the building to work on it. It'll be climate controlled inside, some new in-ground lifts, so it will hopefully make Pat and his folks much more efficient.
That's good. And what about how's everyone feeling over here in terms of they're pretty excited about it?
I think people are excited about it, but they're tired of the dust. As again I said, it was a little slow to get going, but we're kicking butt now, I think, and we're moving along, and I think most people are excited. Hopefully at some point we'll get to phase 3, which is replacing some of the office space.
And is that just a budget concern in terms of finding the funding for that?
Well, it's budgeted now. We've been so tied up with phase 2 that the design is kind of stalled a little bit, but we are working on the phase 3 design, and hopefully that will get on track here soon also.
Even though fall is upon us, Redgate Golf is still open for business. We had the chance to check in with head pro and general manager Kieran Mooney to learn a couple golf tips for our number 5 story.
Hi, I'm Kieran Mooney, head PGA golf professional here at Redgate Golf Course, owned and operated by the City of Rockville. I'm here today to talk to you about the rules of golf. You got to know the rules, you're going to play the game properly. The rules are in there to help you and give you relief when relief is due. So, unfortunately, if your ball comes to rest on a cart path, just like this ball it would be right here, you get relief from that. This is a man-made object, so under the rules of golf, you get to take relief. If we're playing in this direction and I'm a right-handed player, you know, you want to make sure that you go to the nearest point of relief. This would be on this side right here. I would take the nearest point and have it drop it. It's no penalty. If I'm a left-hand player, I probably have to go to the other side. So it's the nearest point of relief wherever the ball rests. You have to measure from there to find out if you're a right or left-handed player, what's the nearest point of relief? There is no penalty. Nearest point of relief would be to drop the golf ball. The ball would be in play. If the ball does come to rest and you're still impeded somehow or by standing on the cart path still from where it rests, you'd have to go through the procedure until you get full relief. So your feet would have to be off the cart path, okay? That's one of those rules that's in there to benefit you. If your ball comes to rest on the cart path, you do get relief. Nearest point of relief, no closer to the hole, no penalty. You always have the option to play it. And I've been seen many times where there could be a tree over here or a bush on this side, and taking relief doesn't help you out at all. So you just have to bite the bullet and play the ball as it lies. Hopefully you won't do any damage to your club. But here's one rule that can help you out by taking relief from either side, no closer to the hole. Remember that one.
Welcome to our special segment, Maintenance Mojo. I'm here with Fire Marshal Matt Shanks. Matt, thanks so much for joining me.
No problem.
And we're here to talk about a month that's coming up in October, Fire Prevention Month.
Correct. All during October. What we're asking is that businesses and residents look at their environment to reduce hazards associated with fire. Simple things having to do with candle safety, cooking safety, heating appliance safety, developing a escape plan for the home.
Can we talk a little bit about the escape plan? Why is that important to go over that, ahead of time?
Well, it's important to have a plan so that you know how to get yourself and your family out of your home. Home fires evolve very rapidly. So it's important that you know how to get out of the home, where to go, and to have a plan so that everybody in the family is on the same sheet of music. There's multiple simple steps to developing a home evacuation plan. That includes, first, make a home escape plan. Know at least 2 ways out of every room, if possible. Have an outside meeting place, a safe distance from the home. Practice your home fire drill. Practice using different ways out. Teach your children how to escape on their own. And close all doors behind you as you leave the home. That will help reduce the spread of fire within the structure. Having a working smoke alarm in your home can reduce the chance of a fire-related death by 1/2. It's important that annually, on at least an annual basis, that you replace the batteries in your smoke alarm, and that if a smoke alarm is 10 years old, that it is replaced. Or if the smoke alarm fails to respond properly during testing, that smoke alarm should be replaced.
Now for an update on parking in Rockville for our number 3 story. Beginning Thursday, September 1st, Federal Realty Investment Trust, otherwise known as FRIT, will assume management of the 3 city-owned parking garages. The change in management will mean that visitors to Town Square may receive 2 hours of free parking with validation from any Town Square merchant. Without validation, the new parking rates are $2 for the first hour and $1 for each additional hour. FRIT is also reconfiguring the garages to remove the current pay stations and replace them with gated exits. This means that visitors will pay an attendant when they exit, no longer needing to pay in advance. While the garages are being reconfigured, parking will be free. Street parking throughout Town Center remains unchanged, and monthly parking permits are still available. For more information about the parking rates and changes coming to Town Square, see rockvilletownsquare.com. It happens every year, a party where the city says thank you to its hundreds of volunteers. We had the chance to cover it at Civic Center Park for our number 2 story. They do it for their love of the city. They spend their own free time giving back to help others. And the volunteers in Rockville don't go unnoticed.
Well, the city has a good few dozen boards and commissions, and those boards and commissions have got to be manned by somebody in order to get the work of the city done. So we have a marvelous plan and program in which people can serve, and they do it willingly without cost for the city.
Well, in a city this size, we need our volunteers to help with everything, and it just keeps the community invested and involved, and it's just really wonderful. Rockville's one of the few places I've seen this many people give of their time and their expertise and their energy to make us a special place.
Well, the city is volunteers. We have different boards and commissions, and they're all staffed by volunteers, and of course we have many other volunteer jobs at the Senior Center and here at Glenview Mansion and many other places. So the city could not live without its volunteers, and today is a great occasion. We do this annually. We thank our volunteers for their service.
If you're interested in getting involved with the City of Rockville activities or programs, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search volunteer. Now for our regular feature we're calling Quick Hits for our number 1 story. Here's what's coming up. The annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration is happening again this year. It's a celebration of Hispanic culture in our community from September 15th through October 15th. The city will host an event in Rockville Town Square from 4 to 7 p.m. on October 1st, with performances and booths about services for Latino families. Go online to rockvillemd.gov to learn more. We also wanted to let you know about an exciting event that the city is hosting this October. It's called the Rockville Summit, a roadmap for the future. It's a meeting of business leaders, elected officials, and residents to discuss Rockville's economic competitiveness. You're invited to attend the half-day event happening Tuesday, October 18th at Vizards. Regional expert on the Washington economy, Dr. Stephen Fuller, will present demographic data about Rockville's current economic conditions and how to plan for the future. Go online to rockvillemd.gov and search Rockville Summit to learn more. And finally, the Mayor and Council recently proclaimed the week of August 29th through September 3rd as Matty Stepanek Week in Rockville. Matty Stepanek was a King Farm resident who was affected by a rare and fatal form of muscular dystrophy. Before he passed in 2004, Matty had authored several best-selling books about the importance of promoting peace. The city dedicated a 26-acre park in 2008 known as the Maddie J.T. Stepanek Park, where Oprah Winfrey, a friend of Maddie's, showed up for the dedication. To learn more about the message of Maddie Stepanek, go online to maddieonline.com. Well, that's it for this edition of Rockville's 11. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer, and on behalf of the whole team here, thanks for watching.